Are you saying that Nate gets a couple beers in him and then men fuck him?
No, I think Nate, he's like a romantic. He'll like drink 3 beers and then call a woman over and just be like porno fucking her. And then he's like,
How's
get
that
out.
romantic? That's called a booty call. That'd be funny if Nate does booty calls. It's like,
And
hey,
then he picks up Pokemon after he nuts.
he's like, yeah, I'll name a Pokemon after you, baby. Yeah, hey, do you remember my 2023 hit poetry book, Death Egg?
遠くに見えるものありゃなんだ村の過疎場の煙突じゃないしストリップ劇場の上りじゃないし落ちたこの世のかけらじゃないし地球が垂らしたクソでもないしまさか幸せのせた白い
I don't like kombucha. It's gross. Politically, I don't agree with it.
What?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Because it's for losers and
It's
hippies.
healthy. It makes you healthy. It has probiotics.
I
You
think
know my
that's
digestive system is fucked up.
yeah, dude. I know.
Yeah,
Just
don't blow me up.
I had a nightmare today where there's a lot of stuff happening. I was in the hospital for a reason, but I was leaving the hospital and I had just like, and this is the first time this has ever happened in a nightmare. I had just like I shit my pants like insanely. It was like
Yeah, he
the thing
woke
was,
up and told me he had insane diarrhea in
but
his
here's the
dream.
thing. I was walking right out of the hospital down like a bunch of stairs or something. And then I had like this diarrhea shit your pants, but it felt like I was sitting in a chair kind of shit your pants. That kind of like cake
Yeah.
filled up your whole kind of thing. And then I remember thinking like I can't go back to the hospital now because I have, but then I woke up, you know what I mean?
Bro, what would you do if that happened during a reading? Would you like own it?
Dude, I don't,
Would you run?
I do that little running and dripping down. No, one of the funniest pants shitting things.
Cyrax?
No, not Cyrex was very funny. You know about Cyrex's pants.
Yeah, yeah.
We were on Vocoder at
Oh,
the time.
oh no.
Yeah, singing one of his shitty songs, and then he's like, "All right, guys, I gotta be back." And then he runs out of the room, and he has his mic on with a vocoder on because he was doing one of his terrible songs, and it catches him going, "Oh my God!" But no, my brother, I was at my grandparents, and my brother was very sick, and I
Oh.
I was sitting, yeah, I was sitting at the kitchen table, and he bolts up from the couch, and he goes, "Oh no!" And then you hear this catastrophic like diarrhea sound, and then he runs back to the bathroom, and there's a trail of shit that
Oh,
just slid out
no.
of his shorts.
My
And my
God.
grandmother came in and started cleaning it, and she was so mad at me because I just couldn't stop. What else am I supposed to do? I'm just laughing.
How old were you and how old was
I
he?
was maybe like 10 and he was like 7. But I just like bold. Oh no. What's your best shit story, Mari?
I mean, I've never shat myself.
Bro, I was
You
Like,
playing
did. Yeah.
like some sort of game in my best friend's yard when I was like 7. Her name was Amy, and her family was like very religiously
Oh,
Mormon.
yep, I remember this one.
And I forget what we were playing, but I was maybe hide and seek. I was hiding behind a tree, and all of a sudden I shit my pants. So I took off my pants and my underwear, and I balled up my shitty underwear and I threw it over Amy's neighbor's fence.
oh my
Um,
God.
I put my pants back on.
That's I'm
I
gonna
wish I had memories like this. I don't have any. Like,
You didn't talk
here
about the fucking cough syrup.
here is Lynn has shit his pants.
I used to take a lot of laxatives.
Yes, but this time Lynn was sitting
I
down.
used to drink a lot of cough syrup.
Yes, he was playing Animal Crossing, I believe, and drank a bunch of cough syrup. So
Like a
much
whole
cough.
bottle.
Yes, that
doesn't that make
he
you constipated?
Nope.
not nope. He was just sitting there in the dark and then just shit his pants while
Yeah.
But what
playing
about
Animal.
like Gucci Mane? Because Gucci Mane, he had like a big
Is he
stomach, and they
constipated?
said Well, they said it's because he drank promethazine and that like backs you up. So
He
like
had a
that
big
big
stomach.
promethazine. Yeah, Gucci Mane did. It looked like he was having a baby.
Did it look like
Mike Israetel.
Mike is
I was just thinking about that.
that's a perfect.
Yeah,
His
kind of,
organs
to
are
be
growing
honest.
from the trend or the tea.
See, wait, one of the first notes we had for this episode, dear listener, I often forget that we have listeners. Not many, but we have a few.
Sometimes people listen
So we've all been getting into muscle men.
very heavily.
And so there is a muscle man named Mike Israetel.
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor, Dr. Mike. He is 40-ish.
Hard 40. Rough
Yeah.
40.
And he's always wanted to be a bodybuilder. And he's never gotten his pro card, which we're not going to get into all this stuff about pro cards and so you don't know the lingo. It's fine. All right. We're professionals here. But so Mike Israetel, Dr. Mike, he is like maybe 5'5".
The weirdest body I've ever
And
seen.
yes, he's addicted to taking testosterone and getting all these surgeries. He got a surgery that basically like cut him in half to like realign his muscle things, and he's gotten so much lipo. And what you may not know about lipo is if you get lipo from sections of your body, you remove those fat cells.
Your body doesn't know what to do with the fat, so it goes other places.
And those other places are usually your stomach.
They're
This happened to
usually
him.
unfortunate.
Yes, he wanted, instead of like slimming down, dieting, really putting in the work, Mike,
Doing any cardio at all.
yeah, Dr. Mike, instead just got lipo on his arms and on his legs. And so what happened is so he took out those fat cells, and so the fat cells started in his stomach and around his midsection, which is now huge because he takes so much testosterone. So he got a surgery to try and remove and he says that he's holding 20 pounds of water
That's
weight.
Bro, there's a lot of people who
Thing.
want that Ninja Turtle body because even when I go to the gym, I see like these short dudes and like they can barely touch their backs, but they're so bulky and their stomachs are protruding. And I saw one guy, there was a bag in the corner of the gym and there was a Labubu on it. And I'm
What
like,
is a
this can't be.
Labubu?
See, I've been hearing
It's like
about
this little
Labubu.
doll. It's
Like
like
a
this little
Monchichi?
doll.
Or a
It's
Furby?
like- yeah, it's like a Furby, but it has like a scary face. And people say it's a demon because it has a resemblance to like a demon from the Bible or something.
What? Aren't they very expensive? Like a luxury
Well,
item?
I see Labubu sold in like corner stores, like bootleg
so no.
ones.
I've just
No,
seen
but those
some
are
of the,
bootlegs, but the legits cost
Ah.
like $100.
Yeah, they
It's
sell
like a status
Louis in
item.
convenience stores.
what I've seen mostly is the most unfunny people in the world trying to make jokes about these Labubu things.
It's a curse because like there's something about it. You just want to speak the name.
Not me.
Labubu?
No, I've
Like a
only
horror
Pazuzu.
movie.
I can see why people think they're satanic because Labubu sounds like Pazuzu.
Pazuzu or
Yeah,
what's the
that's
other
like
one?
some El Bruja
in,
shit, bro.
in
And
no, in Hereditary.
Oh boy.
Shut the fuck up. Pete.
This one dude at the gym had a Labubu, and he had that like Ninja Turtle Dr. Mike body. There's something about it. They love that.
That's
Like,
Dude, no,
Creepy.
I don't.
and they all flex in the mirror, and I think it's so cringe. Like I have to look away.
And dude, and the thing is, the way they get that, we're for this episode, we're going to probably the cover is going to be Dr. Mike and his crazy apparatus, which I'll get to in a second. But the reason they have these Ninja Turtle bottles where their stomach is huge and they have these big titties. What is that called? What is the disease?
Gynecomastia. You
Gynecomastia.
get it from antipsychotics. There's a lawsuit about risperidone.
We're
They have
not,
a bunch of
okay, you
guys'
don't need
titties.
to turn this
And the
to you again.
History is
Oh,
satanic.
it's about, I have schizophrenia. Let's talk about Lynn.
I'm talking about injustice. They all deserve to die. Every doctor,
This isn't
every
Victim
nurse,
Radio.
every orderly, kill them all.
This isn't victim radio, okay? Calm down. But so so what happens is they take test or trin or whatever. We're not going to get into the specifics for you lowmen. Why don't you start watching Greg, I
Greg
mean
Doucette.
Coach Greg,
Yeah,
or
Craig Doucette's the goat.
he's
He's
the guy.
hot.
He's
It's
He's a
cool as
nice
shit.
body. He wears those tight tank tops. He wears them so tight they look like a bondage halter.
He did
We
like
gotta
crazy.
review his anabolic cookbook.
Yeah,
Need to get on trend and tea and
dude.
shit.
Yes, that's it. We're gonna buy a boat.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
We'll buy a boat. We'll
Look at-
get on trend.
But what was I talking about? Okay, so the reason these guys get these Ninja Turtle bodies, which were their bloated stomach, these bloated titties, is because they're taking testosterone, so much testosterone, and their organs are swelling. Their organs are getting big.
Jesus.
Can't be good
You
for
know,
you.
and their body starts making milk. It's kind of like a like a
Oh, that's scary.
and but it's like this pussy, gross
Not right.
milk.
The milk's not
Jesus.
right.
But so the what we'll use for the cover picture is Dr. Mike, who's addicted to getting surgeries to try and fix this. Like literally, I said he got cut in half. He's had like so many surgeries to make himself into a little mutant, and he's nowhere near getting his pro
Not gonna
card.
get his pro card.
He's not going to get his pro card. But so he has this thing where he drains fluid, and it mostly just looks like blood. And they're like these little saddlebags to each side of him.
Jesus, it's like a Cronenberg film.
Yeah, doesn't he say his love handles are mostly where he stores his 20 pounds of water?
Yeah, he says he stores 20 pounds of water in his love handles, which is just like this. It seems to, it's crazy that he gets I don't know what his doctorate is in. I don't know.
Let's see.
But yeah, look it up, Lynn. But like he has this device to drain this supposed water weight, which is just fat. These are new fat
Would you drink
cells.
the Tren milk?
Dude, I drink Tren milk.
Oh.
Unless you're talking about what Dr. Mike makes.
No, what Dr. Mike makes.
He's Russian. No, that's a different one.
That would be,
Israel. I'm Googling the wrong doctor.
and he has nothing to do with Israel.
Not Jewish.
That would be awesome if he's like a failed IDF super
Okay.
soldier.
He had
Yeah.
Butcher of Tel Aviv. So it says Dr. Mike Israel is a sports scientist with a PhD in sport physiology. He is
Sport
not a
scientist?
medical doctor in the traditional sense, but rather an expert in the science of human movement, exercise, and nutrition, particularly as it relates to athletic performance and body composition,
Then why
which
is
is
like that?
I
How
don't know.
don't he do
A lot
cardio?
of retarded people get like very high degrees. You ever meet someone with an MFA, bro?
Oh yeah, I've recently heard about someone who was trying to do 3 doctorate programs.
Didn't they get rejected from a bunch
I
of
believe they got
colleges?
all rejected from all of them.
My therapist said that bad therapists crash out real fast. After my mom died, I had this therapist, and she died in a really horrible way, bro, but that's not relevant. So anyway, my mom died. I was grieving and shit. I was in like my mid-20s. And her response to this, she was a beautiful Indian American woman. But something was wrong with her because she was very into crystals, and she recommended I buy a bunch of crystals to heal myself
That'll work.
from my grief.
Honestly, I'm starting to believe that shit works.
Crystals.
It's like Halo. I don't think no, I know the Halo lore. There's no crystal kind of thing there, but it reminds me of it.
Yeah, it's magical.
There's this girl me and David both dated at different times. And one time she gave David a bunch of rocks for his birthday.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We don't need to go into this. We always got to bring up David's dirty laundry.
Okay, let's bring up her dirty laundry. So there's this internet woman called Faye Kane. I think the autistic brain or the internet brain or
You did a K.
Faye Kane, the genius brain, and she was a very autistic woman who
This
lived
is
in a
Tumblr.
cave.
Tumblr 20.
No, she had her own website.
But Claire met
Claire
her.
met her on
I mean, not Claire.
Tumblr.
Whoever.
The
I mean,
woman.
she didn't make a book. She didn't do
I don't
nothing.
give a fuck. Her
He got
name's
so
Claire.
upset about my edits. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
we don't.
so anyway, she was in an online sort of epistolary relationship, let's say, with Faye Kane, the genius brain or the autistic brain or whatever,
Who lived in a cave.
lived in a cave
She
with
literally
internet
lived in a
access.
cave.
She had wired it all up somehow. Um, and I've only seen her website, not her Tumblr, but her website is entirely about getting BDSM gangbanged, and having like a autistic sexual awakening.
Real hot stuff.
Wait, are we still
She-
talking about Dr. Mike?
Yeah, how did we get on this?
I don't know.
We are so bad at
Right, there was
podcasts.
Would
just
you
like,
guys do trend? Like, for
Oh,
real
dude,
though.
definitely.
Let's have
no,
a
I'm too
legit.
afraid of my heart exploding.
I'm scared
No,
of like
I would
putting it
love
in
it.
my ass. Like
I
you have
gotta
to
knock 3
inject
times on
it.
the fucking
Oh,
table just so my heart doesn't
I
explode.
forgot about that. I
What?
hate needles. I hate the needles.
David does. He can't
Yeah,
even
me
watch a movie.
too.
But you see, I imagine myself getting tests, getting trend, getting whatever, getting as much HRT kind of things I can get, and then just like doing nothing.
Getting fat.
No, I won't get fat. I'll stay the same. I'll actually maybe gain muscle, but I won't like do any. I just want the vibes. I just want the feeling. I don't,
friend
No, you
vibe.
gotta do it for the gains,
dude. The
bro.
gains for
Mark
me,
exercises.
dude. Mari's
He's a
the.
fitness queen.
He's literally you and Mari are the only ones that should take this stuff. But me, I'm the only one who would probably actually.
She's 6'2". I am
No,
stacked with muscle. I'm huge.
no,
and
you're not.
What
Dude,
is it? I'm natty.
you got
Yeah, you're
you got
natty.
fucking broomstick arms.
I
You
can
look
barely
like a
open a
praying
window.
mantis. No.
Like a what?
Like a praying mantis is what you look
A
like.
praying mantis.
Yes.
Imagine you get that trend rage. It must feel really good. Like you're just throwing shit everywhere and just like flipping tables and shit.
It's
And
a-
it just
you see, this is the thing. I think like Lid, who's weak, a nothing thing, like a speck,
Wow.
postage stamp of a man, he could really benefit from some HRT. You, Mari, huge, monstrous,
kill someone.
like an ogre, you would get lots of gains. But me, I am normal. I'm just a normal guy.
Normal David.
I'm normal.
I'm normal Lyndon. We've established this.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know
no.
what you're talking about.
You're the
it's funny if
worst.
you took some trend and you became more feminine.
Wouldn't that be fucked up?
I become more feminist, but more angry about it.
Yeah.
See, I could see myself sitting down, downloading, pirating video games off the internet and shooting just
Mad tea.
yeah, you see, I
Yeah.
just have a substance problem, so I think if I got into testosterone, I would take it way too far and just like still not do anything. I used to take when I took kratom,
Kratom.
I would just take so much until I puked, and then I would take more of it. I just have I'm really bad. I'm a
David
drug
takes a lot of Excedrin.
no.
And I tell him constantly, don't take so much Excedrin.
Yeah,
It
you
has
have, like,
acetaminophen
multiple-
in it. You're gonna kill your liver. That's why I always use the cold extract pills.
But
like,
if I stop taking it, I'm going to start getting headaches.
Instead of Bill Burr, you should be talking billboard. Come on, you like that one?
This is boring. All right, so we
That was a good one.
we did forget to do the intro. So let's do it now. So welcome
to Response Pod.
no.
I can't keep this in. I want people to know how much you're controlling me.
You have no.
You're
You
a
have a
freaking boozer.
dude. You have a fucking catchphrase. You have the catchphrase that you say all by
Okay,
yourself.
go ahead.
All right. So welcome to Response Pod. I'm David.
I'm Lyndon.
Oh my God, Maury.
What?
You're supposed to do the I'm. Let's okay. Clean skate. Clean slate. Welcome to Response Pod. I'm David.
I'm Lyndon.
Mari.
Woo!
We got it anyway.
Oh,
Let's just
get
proceed. Let's
lit with
proceed.
it.
Oh my God. One more time. One more time. So,
Okay.
welcome to Response Pod. I'm David.
I'm Lyndon.
Dude, holy fuck, Mari. Oh my, okay. Fourth time.
Mari.
No. Let's do this good.
We
This
should keep this all.
Look, we're going to do it good, and then I will just copy and paste it every single episode. All right, because every episode,
It's done.
because this is episode 10, and
Our
we're
special episode.
stop.
We
No,
thought it was episode 10 last time, but it wasn't.
it was not
It was
episode 10.
episode 9.
So, welcome to Response Pod. I'm David.
I'm Lyndon.
Dude, holy shit!
Mari.
Oh my god!
What the fuck am I supposed to do? Should I start like yelling? Dude,
You
let's
should
just
do it
proceed.
quicker.
They're yelling.
Business.
Yeah, just
No, you
yell.
should do it quicker because we say ours, and then you wait 5 seconds. Okay. One more time, and then we're done.
Okay.
I'll end
Okay.
it. It'll be great. Welcome to Response Pod. I'm David.
I'm Lyndon.
I'm Mari.
Get
I did super
lit
fast
with
this
it.
time.
And let's get lit with it.
Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna do our billboards here. So what is the billboard? The billboard is like a billboard, but for the information super highway. So basically you got something to say, you got shit you want to start, you want to say slurs, you want to do whatever, promote stuff, anything, everything's on the table except for whole stories. Don't send us whole stories. People do that. Don't do it, please. We got some more. We will not read your stories. So, but anything else, send it to david.responsepod.com. No, at gmail.com. Man, it'd be great to have a .com one day. But david.responsepod@gmail.com with your submission to the billboard. And in this space right here that we're doing, you will be heard. We will read what you say. If you are interested, you want to have your voice heard, you don't have to attach a name or anything like that. That's fine. But so we have 2 billboards this week. One from our he's been promoted to executive producer. Our executive producer, Will, who is right now at SummerSlam. This is from his long-standing,
Erotic memoir.
his erotic memoirs.
The
So,
glamorous life of
Well, the
Will.
first chapter from last week was excellent, so I'm
that was just
excited
the
to
first
hear
paragraph.
He's a wonderful writer.
But so,
He is. It's incredible.
Degautheur.
Okay.
why did you do that? Okay,
That's what I was thinking.
okay, just take it away.
Me? You didn't send it to me, hon.
Dude, I sent it to the group chat. What are you talking about?
Our group
Oh
chat.
my God.
No, you only sent me. Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see,
I see.
we literally spent 5 minutes planning out this next segment to have none of this happen, but
I was
here
on
it is.
Tumblr.
Okay.
Okay. Billboard from our executive producer, Will. Appendix A. What is meant in the pages of this book by the repeated phrase perfect breasts? What do I mean by perfect breasts? When every woman I have fucked and held the breasts of and squeezed the breasts of and kissed the breasts of and bitten the breasts of and received pictures of the breast of, I have told has perfect breasts. I have always told it truthfully, not as flattery, but as a proclamation beyond dispute, a fact born in my heart, verified in my mind, spoken from my soul and sworn to, as the lady blushed or rolled her eyes. Perfect, perfect breasts. Yet, when we catalogue the breasts of my many paramours, we see extremes in form, with no 2 sets mistakable for each other and no 2 breasts exchangeable from their sets. I love your breasts, I tell a woman sometimes an infinite amount of time before telling her I love her. I love your perfect breasts, I tell her as I squeeze them till she yelps and slaps my wrist. So, What do I mean by perfect breasts? It can mean nothing except what I meant when I said it. It means I have loved my loves to the full extent of the heart, and always will. I am a man of action, a man of passion. Often I am wrong, I know, but never have I lied.
Wow, that's kind of beautiful.
Damn, that
It's
was a good
gorgeous.
one.
It's beautiful.
I'm in love with this narrator.
Women should be in love with Will.
Yeah, show
He
him.
will compliment you on your perfect breasts and mean it wholehearted because your breasts are perfect.
Yeah, he romanced me with this.
This is Riz. This is
Yeah,
Riz.
this is Riz.
This is
This is
Riz.
This
Riz.
is Riz. Our next billboard comes from friend of the pod, Burrow Magazine,
Yes,
Whoop.
Mr. Z.H. Gill.
ZH Gill, which I
Love him.
I always think of the Simpsons Gill, which isn't accurate. He doesn't look
It's
anything
just
like
Jack Lemon.
what
Name Jay.
I told you, he gave me a 20 and it was fake. So Mari, you have this one. Go for it. Sell it. Be charismatic.
Okay, here goes. Are you sitting on a piece you truly love? Perhaps stubbornly, perhaps not, but shucks, no one wants to publish it. And maybe you're dubious of the category romance concentration camp that is self-publishing. Well, consider sending it to Burial Magazine. We love strange passion projects of all length, so as long as they're above 1,000 words, because there's plenty of places to send your ultra short ass work. With our ant-like attention spans in this here hashtag writing community. Oh, and you better fucking like what you're submitting, because if we take it, you can't submit again for 5 years. And we'll all probably be dead by then, or we'll have been absorbed by China, which will likely be awesome quality of life wise, but
Ow.
also they've been imprisoning damn nigh authors, so I'm guessing Burial Mag won't fly either. Anyway, burialmagazine.neocities.org. Check it out. And oh yeah, read the guidelines, please. Or don't, but you might get a rejection, you tomfool writer, you.
Tomfool.
This 5 year thing is strict, man. They're living like a fascist dictatorship over there.
China.
What's a damn nigh author? Do you know? What's a damn nigh Dan my author?
Is that Chinese?
I don't know.
Dan,
my.
my author. I'm gonna Google it. Dan, my author.
Hi.
Dan mai, gani. That's how you say fuck you in Chinese is gani. And you can say shut up, it beats way.
What's Dan My mean? Come on, Google this shit. What's it mean?
I'm looking it up. It says nothing. There's a Chinese author called Dan Mai and one named My Dan. I think they are the same
Oh, I
person.
see. No, it's a genre of Chinese fiction that centers on romantic or sexual relationship between male characters.
Oh,
You just
smart.
got out fucking Googled.
I don't know Chinese. I took
Yeah.
after school Mandarin classes
You
for
put
like.
Google though. It doesn't matter.
I just wrote Dan Mai into Google.
I Googled Dan Mai Author. AUHOR.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay, so business stuff. Other business stuff. We will be making a Kofi soon. Lynn is working on it. That's Lynn's
I'm
department.
working on the banner. It's taking.
He's been working on the banner for a week.
I work on a comic at the same time.
But so we'll have a coffee soon. Still looking for a Clips guy. So if you want to make $10 to $20 a month from
Big
Clips,
money from David
Yeah.
and Lyndon and Mari.
yes, we'll pay you to do that because I don't want to do it. But yes, that's it. That's all the official stuff. Besides, this is episode 10.
Yes, it's a very special episode.
We do, yeah, it's special as shit. But so we have, man, we're so bad at this. All right, so let's get on it. So our review for this week is a story from Expat Press. Who Mari is a what is that word? Nepo baby. He's a nepo.
No, I'm an
Nepo baby
affiliate. I'm a
An
capo.
Affiliate.
affiliate. Okay, Expat Press. This is from Olive Parker. It's called The Punishment. It is
It's
a
nice
story.
name, Olive Parker.
It came out on July 4th, America's independence. And so we are kind of torn about this. All three of us. Lynn has a pretty negative opinion. Mari has a pretty positive opinion. I am right in the middle. And we usually get so fucking scattered with these reviews. So we're not going to do that this time because I don't want to edit so
Lock
much.
in. We're gonna do
We're
I'm
lock-
putting my
lock-ins.
thinking cap on.
We're locking in. And so I am going to summarize the story first, and then we're going to hand Mari the mic because we should start on a positive note. Or maybe we should start on a negative note. Well, we'll
No,
think
let's
about it.
start on a positive
Fuzzy.
note.
Okay. And so this story is basically it's not a coming of age story. It's about
It's a coming story.
it is a coming story. It is very sexually charged. I did, I did imagine Manny reading this and being like, "Oh my God,
Oh my
What the
God.
Titillated.
oh my God," But anyway, so it is a story about a schoolgirl. She's British. Yuck, yuck. Which we'll get past.
We can
How much we hate
tolerate
British people will tolerate it.
Australians, much more human.
Um, but so it is about a schoolgirl who is kind of a troublemaker.
She's a bad girl. Her name is Ashley with an EIGH, which
And
is
that's-
a bad girl name.
That's a bad
That's how
girl.
you know she's a baddie.
Bad girl to bad girl.
And honestly, the first line starts with Ashley enjoyed being the nastiest girl in school,
Which is a great opening line.
which is a great opening line. Okay, so it is about Ashley, mostly centered on her, and she's gone to detention with a teacher named Mr. Crouch, which is I love the name because it almost sounds like crotch, which is probably intentional, unless it.
Evil in Harry Potter, bro.
Oh yeah, with the lantern and the cat.
Mhm.
Mudblood
It's
though.
bad
Mudblood. Okay. Anyway, so she's in detention and she's a bad girl and she likes to make and she's in love with
Ben.
this guy named Ben, and who is also in detention with her. She also got into a little scuffle with this girl named Nikki.
She got into a scuffle with Jess, Josie, Nikki, and Jamie.
Yes.
Many acts of aggression, all of which are very funny.
Who was the one who
He
was
outed Jamie as gay via PowerPoint, bro.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
So
sh-
there's lots of little bad girl stuff that's really awesome. And so she's a bad girl. She's doing shitty stuff. She's also super sexualized. Ben is sitting behind her. And she's in detention, lunch detention this time, but later she will be in after school detention.
That means she's real bad.
That means she's real bad. So in the after school detention, she there's no way to put this other than she masturbates with a ruler and smacks her thighs with a ruler. Some other
Lays
stuff.
spread eagle on the floor and imagines the lino as a grand marble mansion,
Mhm.
which I liked.
Get-
That was a good description.
It would be lino.
Linoleum.
Yeah, because of lino.
Linoleum.
Yes.
Linoleum.
And then she basically brings herself to climax with the ruler. The ruler breaks. She throws it in the garbage, and then she is normal again. So
I know she's normal.
that's maybe not a good description, but that is the basic beats of the story. We will go more into detail in a second. Also, if you've gotten this far, you should have already read the story. Please go
Yeah.
Let's read it.
the
It's
story.
interesting.
So, Mari, take the stage. You are co-host, I remind you, so please.
Shut the fuck up.
No, the opposite. He needs to pull his
David's
weight.
a tyrant.
No, I have a lot to say.
Fuck up.
Mari and Lyndon Rising.
No, you need to shut the fuck up. Mari needs to take the stage.
Okay. Well, I think what stood out to me most was Ashley as a character. I really liked her. I like how misanthropic she was. I loved how she thought the English teacher bitterly rehearsed sarcastic comments.
That
I-
seems very true. When you're in school, you know they've rehearsed
Yeah.
it. You can hear that in your head.
And there's so many moments where she surprised me by how she acted, like when she pulled the potato chip bag out the
I
trash
love
can.
that.
and
Who
she started
hasn't eaten
licking
chips
it.
out of the garbage? Honestly, it's amateur hour because you're supposed to puke them back up. But I feel you, Ashley.
No, but there was a lot of deep moments, like when she felt bad because Ben didn't look back at her. I thought that made her look really sympathetic, and I was really nervous about this type of character because it can get really gratuitous and like
Yeah.
I thought it was going to get into like a teacher fantasy, but I actually liked Mr. Crouch as like the foil to her because I couldn't tell if he was being creepy because he had some moments where he was sort of like trying to riz her up in this like
Yeah,
subtle teacher
yeah.
way. I don't know, but also I like the idea of punishment in the story. Like it kind of came up as a theme throughout because the first time she's holding the ruler, like slaps back and just like hits this innocent person.
And a ruler is a common uh symbol, and it used to be back in the day common use to discipline students, you know?
Yeah, back in the day.
So it has a lot of like historical context and a sexual context, and people know what that means, and that she is slapping herself with a ruler in detention. Um,
But it was also interesting. I found it interesting when she was doing that because that moment could have just been like some shock thing or just like
Porny.
gooner shit. But it was interesting because she kind of wanted someone to notice her and walk in. And then when no one did,
Oh, I think clearly, yeah.
she was very, very disappointed. And I was also interested that she like imagined it was a masculine hand holding it, like the
Well, yeah,
ruler.
but doesn't that push it even more into Gooner territory?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like there is a vibe to the prose, and I don't know if it's like a deficit with the writing style, because I did enjoy this story, but there's something about the way in which it is written that reminds me of like porny fan fiction, or like that site Literotica with a bunch of cringe horrible stories. And I'm not saying this story is horrible and cringe. I found it very interesting. I like Ashley as a character. She's very well defined, and I often find a lack of definable characters in a lot of
Mhm.
current stories
Yeah, for
that we read.
sure.
And I find it very frustrating because it's like, if you're not showing me an interesting person who I can read about how they are and communicate, then what's the fucking point? You're wasting my time. I don't care. So I just, there is, though, a vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what a lemon is, Mari? You know what a lemon is?
What do you mean? Like in what
So
context?
this is aging me terribly. I am 32, but lemons are an old term for porny fan fiction.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, okay.
say in Inuyasha lemon, Kagome and Inuyasha banging. That's a
I thought
lemon.
you were gonna say like lemon party.
I like lemon party. I think it's sweet. They're just trying to have a good time.
No,
Yeah.
you don't know what 11. We're talking about a poem. Doesn't matter. Okay,
I'm not.
you're not.
I'm talking about the three Japanese men fucking
That's not. We're talking
on
about a different
ochre.
lemon party. Okay,
Okay.
well,
No, well, the last thing I'll say is that the only major criticism I had is I would have cut the last like paragraph and ended it when Mr. Crotch found a fake tan smeared on the floor because I thought that was a brilliant ending.
Oh,
mm,
that's very nice.
I think that the last paragraph is literally the most interesting part of the story.
What?
Yes,
Wait, let me
which
see.
I will say when it's time to say my piece. I will say, there's one thing this story is not, and this story is not self-mythologizing like Coomer slop autofiction, but
Thank
it
God.
is neighbors with that thing. It lives in a much nicer house, maybe even in a much nicer part of the
Yes,
neighborhood.
It's more chic.
much more.
Um, but it is not
This has got
those things, but it
fucking
is
content.
very close. And I will say this story made me think a lot, not unfortunately to the merits of the story, but just in why this is written, the atmosphere in which our little writing scene finds itself, and also the dynamics of sexualization of women versus men in these kind of spheres, unfortunately, versus yeah. So, yes, that's what I'll say for right now. So, Lynn, which, no, I'll save that. I'll save it. I'll save it.
All right.
So, Lynn, so you on this story, unless Mari has anything else?
No, I think I've saved. I'm gonna save the rest for our
All
discussion.
right.
Lynn, go.
I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I think my main issue was with the tone and the like hard style of the writing, where it did, like I said, remind me of like porny fan fiction or a Lemon. I don't think the prose quite lives up to the subject matter.
Mhm.
It's not tight enough. It's not clear enough. Um, there's a lot of just things I've seen in bad fan fiction that are present. Um,
It also doesn't help that she's British, and so like
math is
so
maths,
yeah,
really.
yes. So
I
it's
know
like
there's a
No, I
staggering
like that.
variety
I
of
like
maths. I
that.
can only addition, not subtract. I need a calculator for that.
but here's the thing. It's like Olive, no shade towards you, even though I hate British people. Sorry. But like
Did win the war.
in America, there's so many usually gross
Horrible.
white women who write fan fiction always from like a British perspective. So
Favorite with an OU.
when you say things like he looked at my arse or he can't be arsed to do that, like
I'm eating crisps in my locker.
yeah, it immediately, unfortunately,
No.
takes me to that kind of shit because there's just so much fan fiction I've read. And I haven't read a lot of fan fiction because I am fans of literally anything. I'm not. I dislike everything. Um, just because I like to laugh and cringe. And unfortunately, you being British and bringing up British stuff,
I
and
disagree, bro. I
dude,
like the Britishness because it reminds me of like some movie like Fish Tank, where it's some gritty British film.
you haven't read enough bad Harry Potter fan fiction like
Well,
I
I'm glad then because
Drary. You know what
I
Drary
enjoy
is,
the
Maury?
Britishness. No, what is that?
Draco Malfoy, ex Harry Potter.
Oh,
dunno. Remember that? Dunno.
Oi, I'm a chimney sweep.
Oi! I can't be arsed.
Oi is
Man,
so
this is
human.
awful. Let's stop this. Okay, continue on. I'm sorry I even brought it up.
All right. So, regardless of what I've said, there are some very specific little things I think that are unique to the experience of being a teenage girl that I very much appreciate. I really like the part where Ashley is binging on cookies, hiding behind her
Hmm.
locker,
Hmm.
and how dirty she seems to feel, and how she uses the coconut body spray. I thought that was very
that was a
specific
great
and very
moment.
See,
special.
that was the
Yeah,
thing when I
as
was a
eating the
teenager.
chips out of the garbage. Yeah.
As a teenager, that was one of the things on the bus. But so you'd come with, and this is like 2005, 2006. You come with these girls who have like these insane hair sprayed up, terrible, and so you just get this
Was
waft
it
of
like scene
Yeah,
type
they
hair?
not even
oversprayed.
It was
seen
too, because you
preppy.
guys get things late.
It was like 2005, 2006
Oh, so they
preppy.
were like 3 years before.
So like American Eagle kind of tortured
Oh, crispy.
kind of thing. Yeah, super crispy. And so you just get this waft of like death, death, coconut, death,
Yeah,
Aquanet.
passion
because they
fruit.
would spray like 30 sprays like on their shirt at a
Bath and
time.
Body Works was satanic back in the day.
Well, even Kanye shouted them out because he's like, "Your girl smells like cool water from Bath and Body Works."
Okay.
Like I said, and I think the parts where she is binging on cookies, eating chips out of the garbage, I don't know. I'm fucked up about food. So when she's binging on cookies and eating chips out of the garbage, combined with all this sexual stuff, I think says a lot about just like the experience of being a teenage girl and this like dichotomy of appetites and how dirty you feel, satiable sort of,
Mm.
you got anything to, you feel me?
Dude, yeah, no, that's a great um yeah, that's a great way to the economy of appetites. And I wish she would know that she's doing that. I guess that's the thing. It's
Like
like,
you said about the ending, I remember you talking to me earlier about the ending and how when she sort of climaxes, her character in a way sort of evaporates.
yeah.
And how that seems unintentional to like me and David both. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it's a very interesting angle and it seems to say something about like what did I write down? When I'm a sex object, I'm not there. And I think
Mhm.
that's a very common experience for women and girls, especially among men and teenage boys. It's like you don't exist.
Mhm.
And the only way you can affirm your existence is to act out like this and become a sexual object to them, to offer them something they can't access and to hold it over the head.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so I think the masturbation scene with the ruler and all of her like sort of, playing around.
The bend parts play into that exactly.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, totally.
Because she even says like that she felt bad he didn't look back or like kiss her
Mhm.
back.
Mhm.
Because that's rejection. Isn't that awful?
Mhm. Mhm.
That hurts, especially so young.
Yeah, I thought that part was one of the most like emotional parts of the story, to be honest, because it seemed like
It's very
Ashley was
real.
actually distraught by that moment.
There were things I disliked about this story, um, but upon talking about it and thinking about it again, I do like it much more than I liked it initially. Um, I think I have an issue with like death of the author, whatever. We don't
I'll
need
get
to
to
talk
that with
about
you.
that, or whatever David's gonna say. But I think it's a really interesting portrayal of a girl. I think it's a very interesting portrayal of like adolescent female sexuality and how fraught and painful and sometimes performative that can be. Um, and I did like this story.
What
Um,
did you think of Mr.
Mr.
Crouch?
Crouch. Well, okay, so when I was in high school, I was in a remedial math class that was so remedial, we were banished out to the portables in the parking lot.
The
Um,
trailers out in the parking.
yes,
Yes.
and my math teacher was a really defeated Fijian named Mr. Nand who got fired for taking too many pills and like nodding out during class, but we were all
You could
awful.
die from that.
You could die from that, bro. Mr. Nan, though, he didn't die. He just got fired. He got fired. But he was so depressed with our class, and tried very hard, but we were just awful. Crouch reminds me of him very much.
Mhm.
Trying to make that effort and just extending yourself and running up against a brick wall of like hatred.
Mhm.
Um,
I think we've also all had like, see, this is a weird thing because
Trying to do some Freedom Rider shit.
yeah, but
Failing.
this is a weird thing because Olive is definitely like 10 years younger than us. So maybe I don't know how this, maybe school's just the same. But I remember, and we can probably all have this thing where there's always like this rumor that this one teacher is a fucking pedophile. And
Yeah.
he's looking at our
Yeah.
kids and he's looking at our, you know what I mean? And whether that's true
Yeah.
or not. And Mr. Crouch is, which by the
He
way,
does look at her, and men will look at you. You could look and then look away studiously. You don't have to stare.
he does do that.
He doesn't seem like a bad man or a pedophile.
I do like that it's ambiguous a little bit though.
For me,
Yeah.
the story would have went from a 5 out of 10 to like maybe a 6 or 7 out of
It's
10.
a 6 for me.
Yeah, it would have went from like a 5 or a 6 to like a 7 if Mr. Crouch would have walked in. You know what I mean? That kind of because
That would have been a crazy conflict.
that would have been a
Yeah.
crazy kind of conflict. But honestly, I thought Lynn was going to go more negative, but I broke my rule of telling Lynn my notes. And so I told Lynn a little bit of my notes. And so now he's way more positive. He was fucking fire and brimstone like 2 hours ago. And then I kind of tried to. So now I'm the bad guy again, which is
Yeah.
it's fine. I was really upset that I wasn't the bad guy anymore because Lynn's just been so fired.
No, you were the good guy in the Jordan Castro review.
Dude,
You were the good guy
I know why didn't he fave it?
because
What
he's
is that?
too good for
Just
us.
like Chloe Wheeler didn't follow me after we did.
Lynn is so upset.
When you walk in the bar and you're dressed like a star, rocking your F me pumps, and the man notice you with your Gucci back crew, can't tell who he's looking to. 'Cause you all look the same, everyone knows your name, and that's your whole claim to fame. 'Cause your dream in life is to be a footballer's wife. You don't like players, that's what you say. What you really wouldn't mind a millionaire. You don't like ballers, they don't do nothing for ya. What you'd love a rich man 6'2" or taller. You're more than a fan.
I love choke slamming, rock bottoming until your head
I'm
flies
sure
off.
David will break my neck also.
Imagine the damage he would do on Tren.
Oh,
That'd
he'd
be
kill
awesome.
me. You'd have to bury me in the yard.
Okay,
Review.
review. So we left off with Lynn, do you have anything else to say before I begin? No? Now I will say, audience, I'm honestly kind of surprised because Lynn was very negative in his private life about this story, and now he's not so negative. But trust me, I am always going to be negative if I can, if I can be.
Negative Dave.
Negative Dave. Dave's killer bread, but the bread is suffering. Okay, so what do I think about this story? I think if we're going by ratings, which Mari said this is an 8 out of 10, which is crazy.
See, 6.
No, it's an 8 out of 10. It might even be an
Knock on wood 3
8.5.
But
times.
10 out of
6,
10
don't
is
say.
like God level. I see. This is the thing. I think
We should be comparing every story we read to established good writers because that is the standard. With the standard is not fucks who publish in literary magazines. The standard is good, great writing.
he's fucking Game Informer over here, where he's like everything's a
The
7 out of
standard
10.
is greatness. And
No,
if
but that's how I
gonna
feel,
approach
though.
that, then that is a problem.
Oh.
That is an issue.
One of the first
I
notes I
thought
have.
this was a great story.
You're
Mari
wrong.
said that
Definitely.
Mari said the story was titillating, which I want to say once again,
This is
Mari's
gonna get cut again.
he's always made me cut this
Hey,
out,
Judy.
and hopefully he won't make me cut this out this time. But you, listener, you should comment, DM, tag Mari and everything. Call him,
Basically, egging on victim radio.
call him a pedophile.
I'm scared
Over
of
and
Mari.
Oh,
You should
no.
call him a
Mari.
Call him a pedophile because he was titillated by this.
No, I was
And a
titillated
phebophile.
emotionally.
A
Mari, like Humber.
You were you were emotionally titillated by the girl rubbing her pussy with her.
Titillated.
Dude,
That's
there's
different
more
from
to it than that.
Physically titillated.
You see, my argument is there's not actually much more to it than that.
Then titillation.
No, there is, dude.
There are
There's a
small
lot.
parts like the food parts and little parts, but I agree with you for the most part. Like a lot of it, see, this is what I felt. And then I noticed these little things about food and they really resonated. And these little things like the Grand Marble Mansion description and stuff like that, which I really felt for. But largely it feels like, I don't know, a porny fan fiction. The writing style's not there. There's not the word choice or the structure to support this in a way that makes it something more. So it reads as just like erotica, which honestly, porn is death, prostitution is rape.
You see, during the break, I told Lynn that, hey, I thought you would be harder on this, and now he's overcompensating.
I'm
Yeah,
not
Maria.
compensating. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, this is
Go ahead.
David's time.
David's
to
time.
shine. So I think because Olive is a
Young.
younger writer, and here's the thing, and man, how do I say this? So if you're a younger writer, you just the thing is you just need experience, life experience, because as a writer you're just writing about life. You know what I mean? No matter what you try and do, no matter what kind of contortions you're trying to do, whatever, like the more experience you have, the more that you are living, not necessarily the better writer you will be, but the I've got myself. But it's just like, but but you're a young writer, so I don't want to be rude to you. I don't want to crush you. When I was a young writer, I got crushed by people. But so this is a young writer. And so I want to
Just spill it, bro.
Okay. This is a story that, as I read through it, there were no landmines. There were no, because when I read a story, if there's a word choice or a sentence structure or something like that that's kind of fucked up, kind of sends off an alarm in my head. And this didn't really do that except for, I think, three places. And so that means that you are sufficient. That means that the prose is functional. Sometimes it's above functional, but it is functional. Olive, I guess, because this is just better if I just address the writer. And so Olive, if I'm your editor, I'm your editor, I'm your big brother here. No red flag. You were sufficient. You wrote functional prose. I wasn't really, I wasn't wowed by a lot of things. I would say it's kind of voiceless, but I didn't see anything and be like, "Ooh, that's wrong." Except for like I said, two or three different exceptions. I think that the biggest problem is the subject matter. We've talked a lot in this kind of small podcast about like where are the interesting threads and where are they to pull? And I guess this is why I went into the whole young writer kind of thing. Because as you live longer and as you experience, I guess, just more of the world, you kind of get what is unusual and not necessarily coming of age, but a more universal like experience to experience, which is I think that's where you thrived in this piece. When you were doing a kind of bad girl, kind of almost like Amy Winehouse kind of stuff. And I hate to say like bad girl. I wrote it in quotes. It's hard to do quotes when I'm doing
Bad girl to bad girl.
divorce, bad girl to bad girl here. But like this kind of Amy Winehouse parts of the story, which
not
is
even.
also hard to say because you're British, and I don't mean
So
that.
Amy's sorrows are the sorrows of an adult woman.
But I just mean that Amy was one of the first to kind of break through with
You're
this
saying
like,
she's British and she is sexualized. I'm not wrong.
you're not wrong, but this is
No.
I asked you before this section, do you have anything else to say?
And I said I didn't have anything else to say
But yet
until
here-
you talked again.
And then here we go.
So
Here we
I
go.
don't know how that's.
Oh
Continue.
my God.
Continue, faggot. Why don't you go?
We're gonna put a Kofi.
Start going
We're gonna put a Kofi goal for me to buy a
to
6
kill
hour
me.
so that I can threaten at least to make Len be quiet. All right.
Be a professional.
I know that wasn't a real fight, but God.
You're a retard.
You're a retard. Just because I mentioned Amy Winehouse in passing.
Because you're totally wrong.
Oh my God. You didn't even let me explain what I
It
meant.
doesn't matter. You're wrong.
Oh my God. I hate you. You're
She's
so
a
stupid.
genius.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
story,
move past
not
the
genius.
Amy Winehouse
oh my God. You're
point.
such a retard.
No,
Do you even care what I have to say about Amy Winehouse?
sort of.
You know what? It doesn't matter because it's about the listen.
Go ahead, host.
Fucking retard.
Fuck you.
Okay, guys, let's
I do not care. Go ahead.
go host. Come on.
Come on, David.
We're being sassy now.
We're being Gorvid all cunty.
Shut up. Okay, so the best parts are like the kind of quote bad girl. I hate to say Amy Winehouse, but the reason I say Amy Winehouse is not because you're British, although I'm sure that has a big influence on you. I don't know how it is to be British. I'm sorry. Thank God. But Amy Winehouse was kind of the first into mainstream and kind of like the last kind of example of there being a mainstream of someone getting big and being allowed to write songs about being bad. You know what I mean? Women are often very, very limited at what they're allowed to be. And she paid a huge price for that.
They killed her.
Yeah, we could say that. There's a few more steps involved, but yeah, you know what I mean?
Big James Bond drowned her in the tub.
MI6 instructed James to cheat with her while she was wearing her ballerina flats.
They gave her so much shit about this fucking filthy ballerina flats. I read so many paparazzi type tabloid magazines in
You
the
know
early 2000s when I was like supposed to be
that
mowing my dad's condo's lawn, and I just sit in the laundry room and read these celebrity magazines instead. Every fucking week, them and Perez Hilton on his website, which if you know, you
did
know.
you say Perez Hilton?
Yeah.
No one says that. They say Paris Hilton. No one says Perez
Yeah,
Hilton.
it's Paris Hilton. No, wait, it is Perez Hilton, the tabloid guy.
Dude,
Wait, what are we? Let's go back to the
Perez
story.
is a celebrity gossip blogger who was very
wait a minute.
popular during the early
That's
2000s for covering female celebrities and their like
okay.
pussy slips and Amy's ballet flats and shit.
All right. But ballet flip. So,
Anyway,
but like this, shit.
I am literally schizophrenic.
Yeah, that is true. All right. So third time's a charm. So yeah, the most interesting parts are the kind of bad girl things in which she's owning it. Making fun of people, calling people dykes via PowerPoint, stealing people's boyfriends. That kind of stuff is like funny. It's engaging. Like I said, I say Amy Winehouse for the reasons I've already stated, not because you're British. There is language that I like in this. But I don't know the cultural kind of thing of being a British person. I know squash. I like the use of squash, like drinking a squash really fast, which
Oh
is
yeah, I was confused by that. What does that
Soda.
mean?
it's
Like
a
concentrated juice.
yeah, it's a
Right.
specific
Oh,
brand which I
interesting.
forget, but that's good. But like other stuff like a burrow kind of thing, which that she describes drawing a burrow heart, which burrow is like a ballpoint pen kind of tattoo. I also like the use of frog march, which is like basically perp walk. But like I said, I don't know if that's like a British thing or not. I guess it doesn't matter. But so the language is sufficient. It is fine. It maybe lacks a little bit of flavor. But I guess, man, where should I start with this? There is some things that I completely dislike and that you should cut out. But I will say that opposed to other people who arguably do have more flavor than you got. Flavor isn't, let's not use flavor as a buzzword here, but like you are miles above a lot of people because you are interested in having specific characters. You're interested in having a
Thank
plot.
God.
Thank God.
Thank you,
But
Olive.
there are some things like the line disruption was all she had ever known. Man, just fucking cut that. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Because you walk like a razor's edge to avoid being like cringe unless you push really hard with the narrator being in the protagonist's head if you're going to go this cringe thing. And I guess with the narrator in general, there needs to be a more defined direction. And we've said this almost every episode. Maybe it sounds a little simplistic about like how you need to push one way or another. And here's the thing. What you intend and what you feel your story is doing ultimately like doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean? It's whether the reader comes away with that. And often you've heard us say, like, this works, that works, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. And that's basically what we mean. What works means, in the most like functional way is what you are trying to relay to the reader, is the reader picking up on. And obviously there's tastes to account on, there's how much well read you are, but it's stuff like that. But that's essentially what we mean. And so advice, if I can give, is think about what you want the person to do, and then like overshoot it. I guess you can think of it as like dumbing it down or being too much or being too obvious. It doesn't matter. Overshoot what you want the reader to feel. And then from there, you pare it back You know what I mean? With a focus on what does work. If you give someone 10 sentences and only 3 of them really relay the feeling that you want to give to the reader, then that's a victory. That's really good. You see, this is part of the thing. I think this is why people are so drawn to short fiction and why short fiction is so bad is because they think they don't want to work. I guess that sounds shitty, but it's just like if you give someone 10 sentences intending for them to take away this feeling, and 3 sentences, 4 sentences come away with that exact feeling, that's a fucking astounding victory. Then you cut away the rest of the shit, you know what I mean? And what's in there, that's what works. And then you focus on why did that work? Why did And I think that's the main thing.
But I feel like for me, more sentences hit than they did for you because even the one that you mentioned, yeah, it was a little corny, but that kind of added to the high school vibe of it.
Maybe the high school vibe. But I think I guess the question I would pose you is like, what do you think the point of this story was? What do you think the conclusion was? Besides like
Well,
making you feel erotically charged, because it is just where it sits,
but
it
the
is
thing is,
just
like, I didn't even focus on the erotic part of it. I thought more of like and this might sound like I'm just making shit up, but I'm being real genuine. Like, I thought about the title of it, The Punishment, and I felt this theme of a punishment throughout the whole story. Like, this
I
theme that she wants to be seen. She wants a punishment because what is a punishment? That's like a concrete response.
okay.
She's so used to not getting even full commitment from this Ben guy. So she just wants to be punished. And even in the story, corporal punishment is over. They detached it from the body.
Hmm.
It's just this like elusive thing. And even detention is like they don't even mandate it. Like you could just
Yeah.
scribble little drawings on your thigh and nothing will happen. So she just wants to like really be taken into account for because she does not feel seen at all.
But for account for what? I feel like there's not enough scaffolding, there's not enough infrastructure within the work to really pull that forward. I mean, that's a great strength of titling. It's a great title, but I'll skip ahead and be like, okay, so the punishment. What is the punishment? It is, basically what is the expression of sexuality. It is just pain here. Um, even any kind of hints of being like neglected are very small before, and by the time we reach the end paragraph, it is like completely erased. You know what I mean? I've get like there's an expression of sexuality that is just pain, which doesn't
But she
happen in
does
a
Isn't it usually
she
pain?
does have a lot to be punished for. I mean, like all the things she does to her classmates and with the ruler even like
but
the
so
object that she uses at the end,
but
she hurts somebody
the
inadvertently with it.
the reason isn't I mean the thing is it's like her desire to be punished isn't like the point.
But like I feel like this is a strength that
No,
it's
let me just go here, bud, because the expression of sexuality here, which this is what the character is, there are hints of like the character being beyond this, but everything lends to centering of her sexuality.
If you're not looking
I
at me
don't
the right
know. I don't
way,
think it was
this is
that
you.
centered, especially compared to other things
every
we've
every
read.
almost everything in the story links to her sexuality, how she
Okay,
wants
but
to
I
be.
feel like there's an added layer to all of that. It's not
What
just
is the
like
added layer? Where is it? Show it to me.
I mean, let me see. Let me go back.
You can have
I
your
mean, first of all,
feelings
no,
because
but
like here's
there's
the thing.
even parts of it where it's intertwined because it says like she's feeling like mischief between her legs or something like that. Like,
But that's just porn shit, dude.
Literotica
but I
shit.
don't know, but that's
No, but
like well
look,
that
here's
it's this story's kind of playing with those themes.
so the expression of sexuality here is pain, all right, and punishment. that is how she expresses herself sexually. Whether or not she should be expressing herself sexually or not is like, I guess, beyond the point. That seems to be the point of the story, to titillate, to make you feel some kind of sexual awakening, not to care for the person, but to think that this is sexy. You know what I mean?
I
And
don't think so, dude. I don't get that. Like,
well, how about this? So, this kind of expression of sexuality, which is only from trying to seek validation from outside sources, especially like people watching you, whether Ben
It's very
once.
interesting when you post a story like this and your internet presence is posting constant selfies of yourself.
Yes, in sexy outfit. See,
well,
that's another
I
I'm
didn't
not
look
going
up,
to
but that's
shame,
another thing. Like, I didn't look up her social
I'm
profile.
not going to shame a woman for her internet presence or how she's presenting herself, but I also am because not because it doesn't make you a serious writer. Well, it doesn't. Because aren't you just caping for moids, seeking validation? I mean, you might feel great about yourself and you might feel yourself, but isn't there to some degree this sort of bid for attention and for people to feel that you're attractive? And I think we already have a problem in literature where a lot of the stories, a lot of the only stories that get published by women are stories centering sexuality. Um, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. Um, I had a therapist appointment the other, like this week, where I had to teach my therapist, who Eileen Bornos was. And I was like, I don't think she did anything wrong, which she didn't, because all sex buyers deserve to die. Um, but there is something deeply unsavory to me about posting selfies and sort of bait. And regardless of whether you feel good or whatever, there's always this element of observation, of judgment, of sexual fitness. Um, and I think it's a very difficult public persona to contend with when you write a story like this. And it affects my, at least, perception of what the story means and the intention, and the writing skill. And honestly, when I found out about that, I didn't like the story as much.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Like Lynn,
I
kind
was
of,
very angry, I think.
yeah, Lynn mirrored a lot of the first parts of my critique of like where the character sits is like a fun kind of true to life I guess like girl or high school girl or
Girl. Oh, I thought you said girl. I was like,
yeah,
damn.
like female experience of like the binging at the locker, the like wanting acceptance from other guys and stuff like that.
That's
Um,
very
and,
real.
and then like even the sexual masturbation things that take place in the middle. And then I showed Lynn uh Olive's I
Today.
guess yeah, a Twitter account. Um and then he completely made a right turn on that. And this brings up an interesting thing of death of an author, which we talked about Lynn and I this last week.
I don't believe in death of the author.
So I like to think of death of the author as just another lens
I
in
gotta
which
pee
you
one
can
second.
critique stuff through. You know what I mean? Like this is the feminists. This is a Marxist reading of this kind of thing. That's how I like to think of death of the
Yeah.
author. I think most of the time it just adds to whatever is happening. But I really I'm just at a standstill of like, if you link your writing so closely to your online identity or your online persona or something, especially if that persona is like posting sexy selfies and suggestive things, it kind of seems impossible to remove the author from the art. And you really can't, I don't know, can you have it both ways? I really don't think you can. And I guess what I'm saying is like I don't like the word pick me. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, I think it probably does more harm than good. But I struggle to come up with a better, more encompassing word of what this is, other than like a pick me girl kind of behavior. That asks the question, like I said, like this story made me think a lot, and not because of the intentions of the author or because of what's on the page, but just because of these concepts. Because like, can like pick me behavior be truly liberatory? You know what I mean? Aside from like,
Can this pornified expression of sexuality be
yeah,
truly liberating?
aside from emotionally, you know what I mean, on an individual level, that can be emotionally liberatory, but from a larger scope of things, can it be? And I guess it can, but it's kind of like exactly what men want. They want you to feel comfortable with this, like, oh, I feel liberated in an individual by giving my body over to
They
you.
condition you to that from birth.
It really
It's
reminds
not
me.
surprising. It's not innovative.
Hmm.
It's not feminist. It's not, it's tragic.
No,
Hmm.
you guys are going way out of bounds. Saying like you guys are going way beyond the scope of the story. Like this
But
is out of bounds a little bit.
but that's what the story brings to mind. I mean, when
But do
you
you think
look,
it was written to be arousing? Because I found it sad and
yeah,
like
I think it
somber.
was
Like,
complete. You found it arousing and
Titillating, didn't
and titillating.
well, I found it titillating because of course, the subject matter, but there's like a depth to it. Like it wasn't
I'm
like
not
a
saying
full
there's not a
gooner
depth.
sesh. This
No,
character's
that's
like
not
a
what I'm
sad
saying.
lady.
She's a sad girl.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's a sad girl.
is it?
Like,
I mean, is it? I mean, you can take that from it, but it's like, where is it in the text? And I mean, what I'm saying
I
is
mean,
it.
it's all throughout her actions. Like,
Well, that you see, this is the thing. If she wants to relay that, maybe that relays to you because of what you believe in your life experience. But as far as in the text, it doesn't relay that. It doesn't relay that, and
I
that's
mean,
why I feel
okay, so what does
complicated.
that relate? What does her behavior relay? Like, she does all these trashy things to her
Slavery.
classmates based on all
Slavery.
these like very stupid reasons.
I
Like,
think it's someone who is acting out and doing these things for some kind of acceptance and doesn't realize why they're doing it. I think this is the whole argument about intent and about death of the author. And I mean, if you are doing the exact same things on your social media account, which is fine, it's completely fine, but it brings to
I'm
mind
gonna
the
get fucked for
question.
this.
It brings to mind the question. It makes me think of like, yeah, this is emotionally liberating. This is emotionally feminist to you. But I mean, like, the way the shit reads in the middle is just like it's a teenage girl masturbating with a ruler. And there's not much else
I
besides
don't
that in the text.
Oh,
I don't know, man, because even the fact
were it presented differently, I wouldn't have an issue. It's not that it's too porny. It's not that it's transgressive. In fact, it's not
It's not
transgressive.
transgressive at all.
It is pleasing to the status quo of men. And
But it
that's
makes
how
you
I
think,
feel.
why? Why is it this written this way? And there's so many threads you could pull on. I mean, and even the ending where I said the end, this makes sense that you would think the ending should be torn apart. But what the ending does is like you have a character who, through all these paragraphs, has been basically articulated and completely centered by their sexuality. And then in the ending paragraph, they don't even text back the person that they are imagining fucking. They don't even do any of this, which as a kind of negative thing, I think this is not like a, as far as my experience of teenagers and whatever, teenagers like, I don't know, they think coming is love. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of like a backwards seeming kind of conclusion. But no matter what you have is a character who is defined by their sexuality and their sexual needs and desires, and then that is gone by the last paragraph, which could be very
Very
interesting.
smart, very powerful.
no, but based on what you're saying, I would keep it. But I think maybe my issue was is it the last paragraph felt like it was wrapping up a little too quickly.
Mm,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, sure, but let's talk about what's there. And what's there is someone who spent the whole story being a bad girl, mostly in service.
Bad girl, bad girl, a bad
Yeah,
girl.
but mostly in service of wooing a young man. And by the end, they don't even want to talk to them. They just want to observe this guy. And so what happens is functionally is that the character evaporates.
She displays functions of garbage, eating chips out of the trash, binging on cookies behind her locker, and feeling so dirty she has to spray herself with body spray. Like,
And I feel like these are
these
like
appetites are not happy.
yes, it is almost like a subconscious kind of thing. I don't think that Olive knows what she has here, and these are the threads that could be pulled upon. But what
I don't
happens?
know. I think she did those things intentionally.
I don't think so.
I don't think so at all, bro.
I'm giving her more credit than that, and maybe because I haven't seen her social media. Like this author seems way smarter than that to me.
Yeah, I mean, the best parts of the story are those little parts of the story, but the story doesn't seem interested in commenting on any of these things or has the distance or maturity to comment on any of these things. And like I said, the ending is interesting in this it throws the rest of the story in almost a certain light, like incompletely in a certain light of this being all biological drive, or maybe this depravity when someone gets horny is just depravity. You know what I mean?
Because teenage girls do depraved shit to please men. That is the reality.
And you need to think about like literally
It's not about pleasure, self-pleasure.
the core of this character
Maybe
is
it is when you punish yourself.
yes. I think the core of this character is sexuality. And the last paragraph of the story, the goal is that she has come almost in like a male world brain of like you come and you forget about the people. You know what I mean? And that is what happens, and I don't think it's intentional at all, is that the character completely evaporates because every part of the character feeds into this sexuality. And then by the end, there is no character anymore. It is literally like threading a needle. There was a
Because it's over.
I don't know.
but this is just what's in the text.
I
Now,
disagree. Like there's
How? Tell
Party
me,
Murray
how.
versus negative
Tell me,
David
tell me
Herndon.
where in the text that this contradicts. You know what I mean? Besides, because I can tell you ways that she can take this interesting thing that I think is
It's not a
complete.
bad story. It's
No.
not at all. It's very interesting. There are moments of great intimacy
Yeah,
and observation that I really appreciate.
but it's not. I don't think it's intentional at all.
I love your body, 'cause I've lost my mind. If you want someone to talk to, you're wasting your time. If you want someone to share your life, you need someone who's alive. And if every relationship is a two-way street, I have been screwing in the back whilst you drive. I never said I was deep, but I am profoundly shallow. My lack of knowledge is vast, and my horizons are narrow. I never said I was big. I never
Yo, bitch.
Yo,
Hello.
bitch.
We're already recording. So, where was the last part you heard? I'm sorry, we just kept talking and talking.
It got cut off, yeah.
Well, I heard you asking me where in the text is it that it's something more than her just being sexual. And I thought it was like in the Ben moment where she looked and she really wanted to feel loved, I felt like. And I felt that's the impression that the author was trying to make. Like, she acts out in all these ways, and even like that line about dysfunction, like she's used to this type of life. It's like she can't even fathom a normal love life, a normal student life.
But that is normal for a girl.
Yeah, that is normal for a girl.
That's how it is as a
Well,
teenage girl.
But she's like going too far with it. And you can agree, like the things she does to her classmates are ridiculous.
I don't think it's that far off. I think almost every girl I've ever known has had these really, I don't want to say wild because that makes it sound salacious, but these very extreme sexual experiences, at least girls who are damaged, and even girls who you would say,
But I don't even mean the sexual part. I mean, even just like outing her classmate.
but the
But the-
story is completely sexual.
Yeah, I mean,
And
like,
her interactions with him are completely sexual.
But I don't see it as completely sexual. Like,
well, if you devote like the last half of your story to an extended scene where you are masturbating with a ruler,
Were you breaking it in half over your
yeah,
thigh?
what else?
I mean, the ruler was a symbol of
What?
punish of law, bro. The law.
Not of love. Not of love.
No, not of love. Law, like
It wasn't of the
law
law.
and order.
What? So that
I
the
mean,
law
why did
punishes
she
you?
pick? Why did she pick up the ruler with the other classmate
Because
in the
she's
beginning of
at
the class,
school.
and she slapped the other classmate
Yeah, I do
accidentally
like.
with?
Look, here's the thing. I like that she threaded the ruler earlier,
It was
talking
very
about the.
nice.
That's because that's just, basic bog standard to be British, bog standard kind of how you make a story. But what is taken up with the last end of the story is just her masturbating with a ruler, and not in a way that is. See, I was thinking about this. It's like if you used more embarrassing language, it would really make it shine. Or
More
not,
brutal language
yeah, or
because
not even like shameful language, but just like I was thinking, like if you let's go for J.D. Vance in his book where he talks about fucking a couch. There's so many
What?
embarrassing stories.
J.D. Vance fucked a couch.
He fucked a couch and he wrote it about it in his book. It's just like
Smeared
when
his
we're
eyes with
teenagers
coal.
and when we're horny and trying to come, it's very embarrassing. But this is not embarrassing at all. It's not even emotionally embarrassing. And that would have been a way to make it.
Reminds me of the
Sorry.
Emmanuel
I mean, I
movies.
agree with you that it should have been a little bit more
There's
embarrassing.
nothing besides it being basically just standard erotica, and that's not even
The writing
transgressive.
style doesn't elevate it. The language is not good enough.
But I don't know if it was.
We're not talking about whether. Talk about what is there. I mean, you.
But dude,
obviously-
I was reading the same words as you, and
Yeah,
I didn't think it was like super pornographic. Of course, it was dealing with like a sexual
I'm
act,
saying
but
that
it wasn't like
graphic. It wasn't that graphic. They weren't talking
it
about
really
like
wasn't
her
graphic.
genitals, but I'm saying the air, the vibe, the language. If you have read stuff like that, then I think you would recognize it
I also just think
as
it's
not pornographic, but as deeply sexualized. And part of that is the point of this story, but I think part of it is a fault on the on part of the prose that is not intentional and that limits Ashley.
like. Do you think this is a story about sex or no?
It's not a story about love.
No.
I don't think it's a story about sex.
Well, when
It's about being a teenage girl.
about it should be about being a teenage girl,
If it was smarter, it would be.
but and there are threads that could be pulled upon to make it that way, but literally a little less, let's say 40% of the quote unquote runtime is like her getting horny, thinking about a
Yeah.
guy, then her masturbating with a
I think
ruler.
that's
And also during the climax kind of scene, the language is really muddy, and I had to reread it a few times to see whether she was flicking the ruler on her thighs or flicking it on her. But
on
like,
her,
but literally, like
Terrible.
40% of it is just like tangibly, and you have taken away more from this because you're a good person, because you view
Yes.
women as more than this. But we
But
are,
you've never experienced being less than that
yeah,
or just that.
and we are also interested in what is in the text, because what we basically got here is a lot of little budding things of what is a character, and then all of that being funneled into a masturbation scene, and then especially by the last paragraph,
Yeah, but how does that scene end? It doesn't end with her like creaming herself and being like, daddy.
it
She
literally
literally goes
She
in the
literally
trash and
creams.
licks a freaking potato chip bag like a frenzied animal.
She creams,
she
and then she licks the potato chip.
yeah, she literally does climax.
Okay, but like I'm focusing more on what she does after. She gets the
Yeah, and
freaking bag
after,
out the trash like a raccoon. Like this isn't a freaking sex
yeah,
fucking.
and I think it's unearned. We're trying to see like this, how this story can
There's
stand
so
on its
much
own.
that is good about it. There are so many. I think that's why I would say I enjoyed this story, and I think it had some interesting things to say, and I appreciate that. But that I enjoyed it in shards, like the cookies in the locker, or the chips in the garbage, or her acts of wartime aggression against her classmates. Those things feel very real and very authentic.
This story has no winking, and maybe you can take some
You
winking,
can
but
either take it
there's
very
no
far
winking.
sincerely
It is just standard
or not.
erotica. It is standard
It's
basically
11.
sex.
It's 11.
And basically that may seem transgressive.
Ex Kagome.
Yeah, that might seem kind of crazy because it's being published in expat, which is supposed to be alt lit and stuff, but this is just standard erotica. Like I said, I can go to
Well,
any
I don't think
fucking,
anyone thinks this story's transgressive.
but what I'm
It's meant to
saying
be,
It's
isn't
a
it?
pretty
well,
It's meant to be, isn't it?
time as tale as
Well-
all of time.
well, I think because we live in such a humor-brained thing that this is what men want. This is what gets published on a thing as being
If you're a
transgressive or
girl,
interesting.
she is.
Well, I think this is the thing
What are you
because
supposed to do? It's not her fucking fault.
it's not her fault, but it makes me think of the whole.
It's depressing still.
It makes me think of the phrase "there's no ethical consumption under capitalism," which is
Damn,
like,
bro.
which is
You're
like-
No
sounding like a
ethical fucking
Maoist.
expression under fucking rape patriarchy who wants you to
well,
die.
this is okay.
Want to
So,
stick your dick in you and watch you die.
well, yeah, this is the whole thing. This is why I say it's like it strikes me as the same thing where it's like, yeah, that's not a get out of jail free card. So you shouldn't think about how your actions affect the greater whole. And like I said in the whole beginning of this thing, it's like maybe this is liberatory on like a fucking individual emotional level, but this is
I don't think she even probably thinks that deep about
that
it.
is the whole
Well, if you're
fucking
not
point
thinking
though.
that deep about it, then why are you writing it?
Yeah, because
Well, I don't mean the
what's the
story. I
point?
don't mean the story. I mean her social media profile. Like, I
But-
have to check this out now because you guys are making it seem like
But-
she's freaking Sasha Grey taking bukkake shots
That's
on
not
X.
what we're saying at
what,
all.
what I'm saying is if you
Saying
if
this
you
is
post literally
this is a young female writer whose online presence is primarily selfies and published work.
yes, and
that
sometimes
creates
selfies
an environment that says a certain thing, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's morally compromised. I'm not saying that. I am saying it says something
and
about
how
being
can
a-
you extract it? And also
a girl or a woman.
and how
um,
can you can
what-
extract it from that thing?
What
You know
you're
what I mean?
allowed to do, what they want you to be, and maybe playing that is not so good.
What do you mean by extract? Like,
Like if you have tied your public image or your public identity to yourself showing underboob with a link to your story, and it is this story,
Nasty.
what am I supposed to pull from this? What are you trying to say?
I guess I see your point, but
And
yeah.
I think you should just read it because you have all these different glancing views, but it's just not in the text. It's just not in the text. That's just it. It's not in the text. And I'd love it to be in the text. There is an interesting thing to pull here.
So good and so close about this. Like,
But this is not it. It's porno. It's basically erotica.
Bro, this had us talking for like an hour and 30 minutes. Like, it's obviously elevated.
It's us trying to explain to you that
No,
it is porn.
you're just completely wrong.
No, how did I open this? I opened this by saying that this is not Coomer slop. I said it's not that thing, but I did say that it is next door neighbors with this thing and with a great fucking house. You know,
well,
what I
that's
it's
good.
not that thing,
like,
but it is that. You know what? What else am I supposed to take to it? It is a teenage girl who is a schoolgirl who whips herself and masturbates with a ruler. And then even by the end, none of these attachments or anything matter anymore. So she can just come, and it is not actually attached to anything else, even though all of her character is attached to how she is defined by who she lusts after. Then she actualizes that lust, and then she discards that lust. And that's an interesting thing to focus on. But in the story, it just means, well, so the character's gone. It is just a misguided erotica. If you read any kind of erotica, even Annis Nin, at least her erotica is beautiful. You know, the sex is just not very interesting, and masturbation is just not very interesting to write about on its own as someone trying to come. And I think if you are interested,
honestly, porn is valueless. And I say this as someone who loves exploitation and sexploitation movies. Porn is death.
well, what's funny is like the takeaway I took from this story will probably be that moment where she has Ben walk away and he doesn't look back, and she's like distraught about it. So
yeah, but that happens like halfway through the story, and then the other.
But
half
that
is
was
her-
like the most telling moment of the story. You guys are focusing on the sensationalist aspect of it.
So the most telling.
And not when that's 3/4 of the whole thing.
Yeah, so one.
But sometimes it be like that. This is like
But
a
that's the
3-page
fault of the
story.
writer. Isn't that the fault of the writer?
Yeah, you
That's
think
what
she's a
I'm-
good
No.
enough writer that got relayed? Because
I think it did. Like that was all conveyed to me in this story. Like
I think that's because you're.
Plot
But
hoes are fighting.
literally, like when we sent this story, your main response was like, "This story was titillating."
I mean, I was just playing with you guys, but like I felt
Half the
I don't know,
story is
bro.
masturbating. Half the story. That's just what it is. I mean, down on the ground
Okay,
floor.
but there's so many movies like that where you could just be like, oh, they're just having
Yeah,
sex the
porno
whole
movies.
movie. No, French movies.
Name one French movie where half
Bro, I
the
don't watch
runtime
that
is-
shit. That's the point. Like,
Oh wow, this is such a strong argument. Oh my god, I can't believe
Bro.
how strong this argument is.
bro,
That's
even
what
the
I'm saying.
fact we're arguing so strongly about this piece shows that there's something to
It
it.
has something in it. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah,
I
but-
agree with you when
But
you
like
say
I said, this is an this story made me think about a lot of things, not intentionally by the writer. The writer did not intend this at all. It was me coming at this story as a dork and feminist, I guess. Is that cringe to say?
I'm an Eileen
Yeah,
Wuornos.
that's so cringe,
I'm an
bro.
Eileen
But-
Wuornos
but-
feminist.
Come at this
She
story
did nothing wrong.
and also try to see the best in it, because this is my job. I do this podcast, so I look at a story and I try and see what it is saying and how it can say that better. And that is a fucking small percentile. And even I am saying that, like, this is mostly like erotica to make guys horny. And you know what? The story was very successful for you for doing that. And every time that you posted this story, you made sure that your underboob was showing, and that's completely fine. But how can I remove that from the story? Which is, like I said, half the runtime is masturbating with a ruler.
Dude,
which is
this
fine,
is
but
the
it's
problem with
it's
you.
just not
You
very interesting.
overthink everything. Just enjoy it, bro. It was a
Enjoy
vibe.
what? Okay, so
Okay,
I
now
as
I'm
a
just
gay
rage
man should
baiting.
sit here and
Now I'm-
enjoy.
It's rage baiting.
What I'm saying is like this is what this, you know, honestly, this shows the flaws in the story, that it opens this can of worms, and it's not fucking what it only, and this is the thing, it only opens this can of worms because we're really trying to see the good in it. Otherwise, the average reader's going to read this and going to be like, ho, wow, she's talking about sex. You know what I mean? And
Okay,
move
but
away.
we're not average readers. We're elites.
Well, this is the whole thing, and you were being dumb shit here.
What do you mean?
Because you can't really point to any examples in the text.
I pointed to so many examples in this
Dude, but
discussion.
you pointed to how how she felt dejected because Ben didn't look bad.
Bro, that's a super important point. Like,
That's one
seriously?
sentence. That's one sentence followed
Dude.
by literally like 4 or 5 paragraphs of her masturbating with a ruler, and then the next
Okay.
paragraph.
Could have been some very important, deeply felt paragraphs about this girl masturbating with a ruler,
But it
wasn't.
wasn't. It was not. It
Bro,
was.
I felt the emotions that you're describing.
You are going from a point of emotion to how this made you feel once it, but not viewing the text that's on the page.
Dude, I mentioned text. I think
Just
we're
because
just
you mention fucking text doesn't mean anything.
Dude, we're just having a circular argument at this point.
Because you're just wrong, brother.
No, it's a great story.
It's not
And
a
there's
great
more
story.
to it than just Coomer slop, even you said. And
There could be more to it. There are hints of more to it, but there's not more to it.
It's already there.
I think that you're taking the threads and then you're running with them. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing here.
Dude,
you know?
but it's a short story. Like, she's not gonna give a fucking 20-page lore about
But
every moment.
But your whole argument is that this one sentence was Ben somehow justifies her whole masturbation thing and really makes.
But
you
I don't think
about-
that scene is anything to justify. To me, when I read it, I thought it was just like whatever.
But
It's an
that's what-
outburst. It's infantile. It was infantile for her to do it.
Well,
It was like,
exactly, but it's half the fucking runtime, bro.
no, it really didn't feel like that to me. It felt like a third of the story, and it's a very
Even
short
if it's
story.
a third of the story, that's a third of it. That's a
Okay, and it
third
was a
of
good
it,
third.
man.
Because
see-
even the ruler shattered, it's shatterproof. I mean, even saying it out loud, it sounds a little
But why have
cliche
the
and
whole
corny.
thing? How could it be fixed? You know what I mean? And what kind of powerful thing, especially towards the aims that you were going for, to her feeling dejected? What are you going to be so simple and say like, oh, the ruler shattering on her pussy is a lot like Ben rejecting her? Because even if that was the intention, which wasn't, that's retarded. You know what I mean?
I mean, that is stupid. What you just said is stupid, but I didn't think that's what it was. Like,
Well, that's the thing. There is nothing there. There are
yeah,
hints.
and she could have played that up.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. There's nothing there. There could have been something there, but ultimately there's nothing besides like some kind of erotic, almost fan fiction-y kind of feeling writing. There's nothing really stark coming out. It's good that she has characters, good that she has a story, but the climax of the story is her masturbating with a ruler and then the ruler breaking. Yes, it is functional. But
Well,
what
also
she-
the fake tan smear on the floor, I thought
liked
was
that
fascinating.
very much. I
that's
loved
good,
that.
but that's just a little
That was
detail.
very nice.
We talk
Okay,
about,
but there's more to the detail than that.
but as the whole of the
It's
story,
a part of the persona being erased on the floor, and even you said on the last paragraph that that's what happens.
But is that intentional?
I think so. Like, I'm not gonna
How
treat this
so?
author like she's a freaking retard. Like,
But I
not a
think so.
retard.
I don't
He's
think
not
she's
a
a
retard.
retard, but I think that people just write. People just write. And they
no,
don't,
like, why would she
No!
include the fake tan on the fucking floor detail
Because
for
that's what you-
nothing?
that's what you do as a writer.
No, I think it's not just fully vibes based. I think this person's smarter than like her
Okay,
freaking
so
social
But
media
does the
profile.
story, I'm not talking about the social media profile. Does the story display this emotional intelligence? No.
it doesn't.
I mean, I thought it did.
But does it?
I guess we disagree. This is response time.
This is
Contentious, argumentative, deep as fuck.
Oh, dude, there's just. I think Olive Parker might be a genius, honestly.
You are
fucking for real, bro?
retarded, bro. You are so dumb.
A lot of people think it's that easy. You could just pick up a pen, put it to the paper, and write down the first words you think of. But that's not the type of writing we're doing over here. This is serious prose. This is waking up at 3 a.m., your wrists already flicking in the air. That writing motion, muscle memory. This is for those writers who just look at other people's tweets and want them to fucking die. This is for those writers who buy books just so they could read them and think about how shitty they are. This is for the real writers, the real prose masters, the ones who aren't afraid to lose a limb from writing too much. This is for the ones who dream of winning lit battle one day. This is for those writers who never had any friends, who look in the mirror and think they look like fucking fat asses. This is for those writers who want to fucking blow their brains out every fucking Monday. Yeah, I bet you heard a lot about yourself in those last couple sentences, huh? 'Cause I know, you're built for this shit, and you want to fucking succeed. You want to wake up in the morning and be the sunrise. Bitch, we're motherfucking writers. We're an elite group of individuals. It's time to start acting like it. Welcome to the Lit Battle halftime show.
Well, so I need some interview stuff for the Built to Spill thing. We have 6 minutes.
All right.
So,
Okay, I'm down.
okay. Give me a second. Welcome to the 10th episode 10 special halftime show. I'm David, and no, you don't say your name. No.
No. Hey, player. I'm the
Yeah.
lead singer of Built to Spill.
Thank you, Doug, for Built to Spill is here to play my favorite album in its entirety for us tonight. How did you hear about our literature podcast, Doug?
Wait, am I Doug?
No.
I'm Doug.
I'm
Don't
Doug.
get it twisted, Mark.
I'm
Don't get
Doug.
it twisted. No, I'm Doug.
I'm Doug.
I'm Doug. You better
I'm
change
Doug.
your mentality right now.
I'm Doug. I'm feeling tired.
Yeah, I feel you too, man. I took a little nap, but I'm okay now. I've today's my first day. Well, no, I took Excedrin today, but I'm gonna stop taking Excedrin. I've just switched to pure caffeine pills.
Because Excedrin
Okay, that's
die.
cool. You're finally evolving.
Finally evolving.
You're finally not popping 17 Excedrin in the
I
morning.
don't take 17.
Jack Torrance.
Never taken 17 Excedrin.
Bro, you put it in a bowl like cereal, and then you put water in it, and
With
like
Killing himself.
with soy milk. I put soy milk on it.
I put raw milk.
Have you ever
Eating.
actually had raw milk?
No,
It's
no.
awesome. It tastes great.
Is it
Oh,
good?
okay.
Yeah, it's just not pasteurized milk. It's super creamy. It's awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, but those people are obsessed with raw milk
Mhm.
for like cultural reasons.
It's like if they had ever been to like a dairy farm, and seen it just like you would not think that this stuff could heal you at all. No, it just tastes good. It
It's-
tastes very
it's
good.
Just baby milk that you're stealing.
Bro, milk
from
does make
a
you feel
mama
like
cow.
Superman when you drink it.
Does it? It makes me feel all phlegmy, and you get like a whole like fucking coating all over your throat. It's just like blah. It's retard stuff. Retards drink milk. They eat a bunch of ketchup.
Ketchup.
Love ketchup.
I
Wrestling.
love ketchup, bro.
I love wrestling.
Yeah, you guys are both retarded.
I love ketchup. Arnold Schwarzenegger said that men don't drink milk, they drink beer.
Mm-hmm.
People got to be drinking almond milk, soy milk.
What about people mixing beer and milk? Anybody ever do that?
There's like a
No.
that
Sounds awful.
Japanese non-carbonate or carbonated kind of milk soda. I forget what it's called. It might be called Calpico. I forget.
Well, that's
tastes
different
very
than
weird.
beer, though.
That's true. That sounds really bad.
Like a Miller Lite and
Milk.
milk. Ugh.
Remember when Autumn is my best friend from high school.
Mhm.
Remember when we were at that bar? I think it was at like a lake fight show or something.
Mhm.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Autumn got this Irish car bomb.
Yeah, we all got it. We all got Irish car bombs,
Oh, yay.
and we started drinking it. But she wouldn't drink it fast. We're like, you
Just
need.
sipping.
It was like you can't sip it. You have to
gotta
chug it.
slam it down.
Yeah, if you don't slam it, what happens is it starts curdling, and so then she's just trying to
Sipping this,
si-
choking it down.
this curdled like milk going curdled like she's drinking the worst cum in the world, and she's gagging.
Yeah.
Well, all of us are already done, you know.
I
Um,
chug every drink. If it's a margarita, I'll just chug it like it's a freaking Pepsi.
I like the idea of the Mari drink, which is it's like a Bloody Mary except it's milk, Miller Lite, and ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the bacon tarnish. I don't even like
A bacon tarnish is exactly the right word for that.
garnish. It's a garnish.
A
I think it's
garnish.
a bacon tarnish. Okay, so we got. I realized we got so mad arguing yesterday that we didn't do a proper not goodbye. That sounds weird. Closing.
Just to see you later.
No, closing to the to our review to the review. This is why I'm the host.
You're doing a bad job,
Stop
Leslie.
it, because you're interrupting. Oh my god. So, we're gonna do a proper closing to the review now.
Okay,
You should go. It is Olive
Parker.
Parker, The Punishment, out on expat. Go read it and decide for yourself. I think you'll see that I'm right.
And sound off in the comments section.
There's a comment section, or send us some stuff about it. But yes, go and read that story. That'll be good. We also have because this is our 10th episode.
For real this
For
time.
real. I don't know why we thought the last one was the 10th episode, but this one is it. This is the 10th one, and we do have a little surprise for you. First, Mari recorded some motivational I don't know what you would call it.
I
Beautiful.
would say it's Jocko Willink
I think
esque.
screed is maybe the right word. And so we'll be playing that shortly. And then also we got a big get for us. I'm really touched. Built to Spill has decided to play our halftime show, and they will be playing um, the entirety of their album, basically Perfect album, ironically, Perfect from now on. They'll be playing the entire, and we'll have a little interview with them before the show. All right. So David, that's a nice, you can chop that up before they, blah, blah, blah. There we go. So I needed to get that done for the show's cohesion. So now we can just talk about whatever. Unless I have something else written down. I don't think so. Oh, well, I have a bunch of stuff written down that we can talk about.
Can you
So
please
shoot.
worry?
I got to tell the
time.
breast story. Yeah, I'll tell it then. I'll tell it. Oh, updates. So our favorite, one of our favorite Tumblr accounts, White Men Positioned, has been removed, unfortunately. So we will no longer be able to do that. I don't know why it was removed.
Tumblr doesn't remove shit
It's
really
just
anymore.
censorship, bro.
No. That place is a crazy wasteland. You can do anything on there. So I think he must have deleted it himself
That's a shame.
for reasons that I'm sure are very complex and psychosexual.
You need the punishment. That's the punishment.
Mhm.
You see, for British schoolgirls, the punishment is, smacking yourself with a ruler. But for white gay men, the punishment is deleting your Tumblr.
God.
Good God. No one's gonna come into the house to rape and kill
Or
you.
break in and just like kill my cats.
You said, well, tell them
Rape my cats, kill my cats, rape me, kill me.
the neighbors got a trampoline, right? Though they've had a trampoline, but they pulled it to the center of their yard to use it. And Lynn's convinced that they are using this so that they can jump and look into our windows.
It's like a fucking act of aggression to put it that close.
It's their yard.
It is an act of aggression. I was gonna salt their yard with all my old pills before they were taken away from me and thrown away. For reasons. But my best friend told me that that would be bad because it would poison animals, and animals are innocent. And also, my
Yeah.
neighbors killed their dogs.
Well, they may have killed their dog.
They definitely killed.
Oh shit, really?
It's a whole big thing, man. We don't need to get into it right now. What was it? What was the joke? Racist Kyle Sable, where his book is what is it?
Death to a
Well,
rock.
it's called Hey You.
Hey
Leave.
you, and
Oh, no.
that'd be great if he screams that.
Well, he would have lost Uzo as a customer.
I think probably Uzo doesn't like him. I think it's all a mask. Uzo.
Yeah,
he's
slick. He's like a Matrix character. Like he'll like slide by you and like dap you up and like put a tracking chip on you.
That's not the Matrix tracking chip, but in the Matrix, those things are like biomechanical and they go into the belt.
Technology.
Well, he has like
Walking around doing
James
technology.
Bond shit.
Uzo's really technological. He's into tech. He's big
Bro,
into
I
tech.
could see Uzo playing Blade.
Why? Why could you see that?
Because he had a picture from a reading and he looked kind of like Blade-esque. He even has like he had like his hands clapped together and it was like, oh shit.
Dude,
Some Wesley Snipes
Blade.
he
aura.
doesn't look like Blade at all.
What do you mean? He kind of does. Like, look at the
know
picture.
if he looks like Blade.
He doesn't. He does not look like Blade.
He would look like Blade if you gave him a sword and like a trench coat.
Well, anybody, if you give him a sword and a trench coat, they're gonna. That's Blade's main things.
That's a Blade costume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, but no, you're saying that he intrinsically looks like Blade.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I wish we could run it back. You just said that.
I mean, if Uzo had a trench coat and a blade, he would look like Blade.
Let me put it this way: who would look more like a Blade, Uzo in a black trench coat and a sword, or me with a black trench coat and a sword? Who looks more like? Who looks more like Blade, and why, Mari?
Well, it would be Uzo because Blade is canonically black, and I'd like to stay to the lore and not
You know,
erase an African American
Why
character.
can't? Okay, I say they can have the Little Mermaid and maybe a few other people. We should get Blade.
I want Black Panther.
They can have a bunch. They can have all the Disney princesses. Have all of them for one Blade.
No, that's not a good trade anymore.
I don't think you could have a Black Punisher because it's so scary.
It's so Friday, Friday Chinatown 真夜中の人の身に It's so Friday, Friday Chinatown 弾けるネオンサイン肩にぶつかる人外ウインクを投げる知らん顔のあなた戸惑いの一コマ